welterweight showdown at the Goodwill Games. A dandy boxer from San Carlos, Venezuela, Engels Pedroza, very impressive here, in against Igor Ruzhnikov of the Soviet Union. Yet another Soviet in the final, as 20 have made the gold medal bouts here in Moscow tonight at the Goodwill Games. The referee, Ed Urbeck of the United States.
He might have his hands full here. This kid can fight. Engels Pedroza, 19 years old. He's silver medalist at the World Championships. As a lightweight, he's been boxing since he was 6, Don. Got good footwork.
He tends to stay busy all the time. He got a break at the semifinal. Tekimov of the Soviet Union unable to meet him in that bout, a walkover for him. He defeated Longstreet of the United States in his first bout. Ruzhnikov beating Roy Jones of the U.S. 4-1 in the semifinals, but looked tired there in the third round. And against Pedroza, boy, you better have something left toward the end, because he does not wear down at all. Up on his toes, dancing nicely. The boxer from Venezuela, who is just 19 years old, and many think he's got an outstanding pro career ahead of him if he develops the way they think he will.
Gave a lot of those Ali moves after one of the fights. Gave him a little thrill, danced across the ring. Kind of a hot dog, but he can fight.
And that can do you in, conceivably, in international judging in the amateur level, too. If you do too much of that, they'll turn on you for it. The judges, with Urbeck, the referee, not voting, are from Bulgaria, Romania, Greece, Ireland, and from West Germany.
He's going after Ruzhnikov. He's the aggressor. He's coming forward.
Ruzhnikov very wary of him right now. He's a couple of years older at 21 and an inch taller than Pedroza.
Twice the Soviet champion at this division, the light welterweight.
Pedroza, a 3-time Venezuelan champion 3 years in a row, and a couple of South American championships he has picked up as well. Very quick hand. Although not using combinations at this stage, mostly the left hand with the jab to push his man back. Halfway through the first round. Again, Pedroza coming up short, but he tries to throw the right. Not that time, though. It got through. Caution from Urbeck, the veteran referee from the United States.
Ruzhnikov, one of the bouts, I remember he got very tired in the third round. He beat Roy Jones of the USA 4-1 in the semi.
There's a left from the Soviet. Pedroza dancing, getting inside, pounds the left hand to the body with less than a minute to go in the first round. These are light welterweights at 139 pounds, the weight Jerry Page of the United States fought at the Olympic Games. Just 3 Americans qualify for the finals, and the one Venezuelan, this man, Engels Pedroza, the 19-year-old. Everybody else wearing the colors of the Soviet Union. And if you don't know the tune of the beautiful Soviet national anthem after this night, you never will. Inside 20 seconds remaining in the first round. An impressive round, but an outstanding one for Pedroza, who looks like he's just got the engine started here and beginning to roll. Caution there by Urbeck. Less than 10 seconds to go.
Some whistles you hear in the crowd. They don't like Ruzhnikov backing up all the time.
Well, he hasn't got much choice the way Pedroza's coming. There's the bell to end the first round. And Urbeck of the United States brings Engels Pedroza with the blue sash from Venezuela and Igor Ruzhnikov of the Soviet Union together in the second round of the light welterweight gold medal bout of the Goodwill Games here in Moscow. The Soviet, forced to back up almost throughout the entire round, has been told now by his corner to get more active and take a more aggressive stance. But against Pedroza, who keeps on coming, that is very difficult.
Absolutely. Pedroza may have won the first round, 20-19, but the Russian Soviets starting off quickly here in the second round.
Off to a better start than we saw earlier from him. Pedroza did not sit down between rounds. You notice, Paul?
Absolutely.
On his feet, while the Soviet rested on his stool across the ring from him.
Soviet from the Southern Republic of Kazakhstan. You know where that is.
I know where the Soviet Republic is. I just won't take on the pronunciation you just threw out.
Kazakhstan.
Ah, very good.
All right.
2 minutes to go here in the second round. Pedroza wants to leave with a gold medal. And he'll have a lot of time to look at his medal before he does get home, because he's got some bizarre travel arrangements made leaving Moscow.
How about his flight arrangements, folks? He flies tomorrow to Havana. He connects on the next flight. It goes to Venezuela next Saturday.
6 days later. You talk about a long connection. Sounds like he's got the same travel agent I used to have. A minute and a half left in the second round and in this light welterweight title fight. Pedroza, not as impressive in the first round, and more activity from Ruzhnikov has prevented that here in the second. He's missing more now, as you see. A little wilder, coming up short. Ruzhnikov still running. He'll stand there and hold his ground and get a combination off. This stylish South American boxer would be a favorite and a crowd pleaser almost everywhere except here in Moscow, with this predominant Soviet crowd has the number in the area of 15 to 16,000 plus here. The biggest crowd we have had at this venue. They put in 22,000 here for a U.S.-Soviet dual meet in January.
Not much of a second round.
Not really, as Pedroza failed to sustain the momentum he got going in the first round. But still boxing well enough to be at least on even terms here in this round. The Soviet has been much more busier, though, and effective there. Scores with a good right hand as the crowd finally responds.
They don't miss too much.
Pedroza stuck the left at his face that time, then continued to dance around this ring. We now have 10 seconds to go in the second round. Good right-left throw. Combination by the Soviet, but then he backs away after doing that. He doesn't go in and add any more. There's a right by Pedroza, left missing at the bell to end the second round. Round 3, the light welterweight gold medal bout. Igor Ruzhnikov with a much better second round. They will just delay a minute here while they mop some water out of the Venezuelan corner.
Boy, he counterpunched well in that second round. I think this is maybe Pedroza first round and then the Soviet in the second round.
I agree, both by about a 1-point margin. Pedroza failed to sustain what he got going in the first round. He comes out with a good shot, left hand, and there is Urbeck ruling it is only a slip. It's that water in the corner that took the Soviet down, but it did coincide with the left thrown by Pedroza. And he continues now to bear in on the Soviet. Takes it down again. That's water in the other corner. Look at the flood in here.
That's from all the water thrown on the boxers at the end of the round, and we've seen this on several occasions the last 7 or 8 days. They don't mop up too well sometimes. And Ruzhnikov has found the wet spots.
Both sides of the ring. Just 30 seconds gone on the third round. Pedroza coming on now like gangbusters here. Good fast hands in response for the Soviet. Ruzhnikov. But he is running, and you can't do much when you're backing up like that.
But he countered with 5 scoring punches.
He's a good counter puncher. But he is on the defensive and forced there by Pedroza. Albeit he is handling himself well, but the tough spot to be in, you run the whole round backwards.
There's 1, 2, there's 3. Pedroza hadn't hit him yet.
Goes to the body, gets to the head with a looping hook that grazes him.
Look at that. There's 3, 4, 5.
Yep, there's the left by Pedroza.
5-1. There's
Soviet, a little short that time with it.
Yep.
Good third round. Still almost 2 minutes remaining. Pedroza a little bit wild now.
I know it means a lot to be an aggressor, but if you're missing with your punches the way Pedroza is, and the Soviet is not missing his counter punches that much.
Oh, he's very accurate.
Look at there. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and Pedroza didn't lay a hand on it.
Just got the uppercut there at the end. One tough Soviet, Igor Ruzhnikov, 21 years old.
Twice the Soviet champion.
And looking for a gold medal here in the Goodwill Games in the light welterweight division.
He's got a minute more to go. He got hit with a good right hand by Pedroza,
right there.
followed up by another right.
Wide open, slugfest, center of the ring. Caution from Urbeck, the American referee. Right from the Soviet. He does catch him time and time again coming in. Blood now from the mouth of the Venezuelan from San Carlos Engels Pedroza. The left for the Soviet scores.
He's going for the home run, isn't he, Don? He's just cocking that right. Here it comes. Wow.
Pedroza hasn't changed, though. He continues to come in. The Soviet stands his ground, counter punches, hard chopping right hand, and a combination to the body. Pedroza with the left. Jams the right up on the jaw of the Soviet. Ruzhnikov, 20 seconds to go on the bound.
Comes the right.
Entertaining third round, waiting in with it.
Again, he just sets it up and wants to throw it.
Good combination by Pedroza there, and the judges will have a decision to make. Do you go for the aggressiveness of Pedroza, who did miss a lot coming in, but also scored his share, or do you support the counterpunching of Igor Ruzhnikov of the Soviet Union? They'll take it right down to the final bell here. These light welterweights putting on a good third-round show. Caution for a low head to Pedroza. The Venezuelan boxer at the bell is finally over.
Good foul.
It was a dandy bout, especially in the latter stages, and we'll be back for the decision. Well, we await the decision between Engels Pedroza and Igor Ruzhnikov for the light welterweight gold medal. Ed Beck, the American referee, collecting all the judges' scorecards, who are from Bulgaria, Romania, Greece, Ireland, and West Germany. But Ruzhnikov, who seemed a little undone in the early going by Pedroza's aggressiveness and flashy style, stood his ground and punched hard with authority when he responded. That might have been enough to turn it around, certainly in the third round for him.
Победил Игорь Ружников.
And Ruzhnikov has won it. Herbeck isn't sure which hand to lift. Now he knows the Soviet. All five judges say he beat Engels Pedroza, Venezuela, for the gold in the light welterweight class.